And you are seeing something fresh off the press, brand new from a truly global bestseller of an electronic company when it comes to computers, and that's ASUS. There's so many incredible stories and just education on this brand that I can't wait for us to get into. But right off the bat, I need to tell you a couple things. You're gonna be saving $200. Why this laptop? Because if you could really think of a laptop that would meet the everyday person's needs, whether they're in business or just wanting it for college or just shopping, but doing it fast and with pretty much the most storage you could possibly get in an everyday laptop, that's what you're getting with this. So this is the VivoBook Go. You've seen it before, you've loved it before, but this is now the upgraded processor. So you're talking about even faster, even better, and we'll get into all of it, but I need to let you know you're getting 5 flex on this. So that means you have 5 months interest-free to pay this laptop off, and it's on free shipping and handling. So what that does is you get it home for $50 on 5 flex. We took $200 off. It's $449.99 normally, and by the way, you're getting Microsoft Office. So that on its own, I did a quick little internet search. It's about $69.99. That comes with the bundle here when you get this home for under $250 on that free shipping and handling. So I think I got the highlights of it out of the way. And Steph, I'm gonna leave it to you to get into all the incredible specs of this laptop.
We have really upgraded the specs here. This has more speed, power, and storage than our past VivoBook laptops from ASUS that we've presented here at HSN. Phenomenal value. ASUS, of course, is known for durability. We are one of the top computer companies in the world. #1 for gaming, #1 motherboard manufacturer in the world.
Wow.
And we've been at HSN for over 10 years. Our laptops are a customer pick, and I'm so excited to bring you an affordable laptop for every day. You can see here the military grade testing that we do. So if you are someone that has children or grandchildren and you need them to have a laptop that's gonna last a long time, this is it. I hate to admit it, but I've actually dropped an ASUS laptop on my hard terrazzo floor before, and I was sure that something was broken. Nothing was broken. We do over a dozen tests on these laptops. We do drop tests, temperature, hot, cold, extreme temperatures, moisture. I've spilt water on this laptop and it has been okay. I mean, if you want the toughest laptop, this is such a good option. So we've got a lot of really innovative things on this laptop. It has a 180-degree flat lay. This is great for collaboration, but it's also ergonomic. So, you know, if you kind of hunch over a laptop and you need to be able to see it from any angle, that's a very innovative feature that ASUS has put in this laptop. It's the full 15-inch screen size. This is the most popular screen size in America, and it's a high-definition interplane switching screen. It's very clear and vivid from any direction. The specs that are inside are so powerful. 128 gigs of storage is double what you would usually expect to see.
And normally I see like 64. That's with some of the very high end. So you could store all your documents, all your photos, all the things without having to pay for extra storage.
That's right, and we're talking hundreds of thousands of photos, millions of documents. If you want to stream on this computer, it's got enough storage and power for all of that. Like I said, we've upgraded the processor on this, which really is not to be overlooked. We also have doubled the RAM. Random access memory is how quickly a computer can navigate between tasks. So there's a button at the menu bar that allows you to see all of the windows that I have pulled up at once. I could be demonstrating this computer with just a few applications pulled up, but I'm doing my online shopping. I'm on social media. I've got videos playing. I've got a PowerPoint presentation pulled up. I'm on the Microsoft Store. This computer is navigating seamlessly from one program to the next because it has such speedy RAM. Of course, the Microsoft Store is the largest selection of apps and games that you could ask for. Like I said, ASUS is a gaming laptop. So when you go to the gaming section of the Microsoft Store, you actually have Xbox games available. So if your grandchild is a gamer, they will know ASUS because they might want to play Xbox games on this computer.
Well, think about that. When I think of, first of all, you're thinking, okay, I'm not playing games. What I want you to know is when I hear that a laptop is a gaming type of laptop, that means that it can handle a lot. It can handle a lot of memory and it can still be really really fast. So for me, who has a lot of photos, a lot of videos of my family, of my kids, I store a lot of documents. Maybe it's you got all of your tax documents and you have a little business that you run, and so you've got a lot and you need Microsoft Office. Well, guess what? You get it, and nothing is slowed down. So that's what I really love about this laptop. The size is just right. One thing I noticed, it was so lightweight and so slim, so that if you are packing it in a work bag, look how teeny tiny that is. So incredibly slim. By the way, when ASUS partners with HSN, they give us some exclusivity that you can't find anywhere else. So you were to go to that big electronics store that starts with the B, you know what I'm talking about. You're gonna be able to find it in this gorgeous pink, which I wanna let you know off the bat is my most limited. In fact, I'm limited in both, but this one I think I only have about 165. Is that right, Jen? Once it's gone, it's gone. This is normally $450. You need to run because we're talking about a savings of $200, free shipping and handling, interest-free payments if you want it right now, $50 to get home. Then we have the exclusive white as well, which I think is so sleek. You cannot go wrong with it either. This one though, I only have about how many, Jen, left in the white? About 200. So that's all I've got for the whole country. What I want to talk about when it comes to ASUS is we've come to really know certain brands, right, when it comes to computers. And for, you know, certain reasons, they are great brands. But there's something about ASUS. It's a global leader. I personally went online and did my research. Okay, why do people purchase ASUS? What are they known for? The first things I saw was the durability. You talk about the military grade, which I love because I'm a klutz. And if I buy a laptop, I want it to withstand the wear and tear, and I don't have to be rebuying it year after year. So that's a check mark. Then the fast processors, the storage and the memory, and then the fact that it's nice and slim and lightweight to go about your everyday. When you went to the store, I love this story that you shared with me, but you went to the Big B store and you were talking to an actual professional who works there, and you're like, okay, if you had to pick out any laptop, because I'm overwhelmed, there's so many laptops to choose from, which one would you buy?
So he actually owned an ASUS laptop, and he spoke to the durability. He said, oh, I've had my ASUS for 10 years.
Okay.
Which is
That's
insane.
Yes. Do the math on that. Divide this $200 savings by 10 years. That's insane to me. So, you know, even when I go to appliance stores, I'm like, okay, out of all the brands, there's LG, there's KitchenAid, like which one would you choose? If those are the experts dealing with these computers and they know all the specs, why wouldn't you invest in something that guy would get, right?
Exactly. What's great about this offering that we have today is that you're not compromising on the internal specs. It is extremely powerful or design. It's beautiful, it's innovative. ASUS is known as a cutting edge company. We are always updating our computers, and we have put, you know this name, Intel, bum, 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 bum. That is the world's #1 processor inside. So if you talk to people who know computers, they're immediately going to ask, what is the processor? That's the brains of the computer, and that matters a lot. Of course, the brand name of the computer matters a lot too. ASUS is one of the world's leading brands for laptops. #1 for motherboard, #1 gaming computer because they are known for being so powerful and durable. This is such a sure bet. We've put some other great little like goodies in here too that just make life easier. Not only is it super thin and lightweight at just under 3.5 pounds, this is the computer you're gonna travel with. We've also made it easy to travel because we've given you a full array of ports on the side. Let me show you the other side first, because this is something that I wish I had on that other laptop that I spent like 5 times this price on, because I've brought all of my adapters that I need for my other computer that I don't need for this computer. So say you're traveling this summer, you want a laptop that has all of the ports to plug everything in. This is for the battery. You've got HDMI. Recently, I connected an HDMI cable to my ASUS laptop and connected it to a big TV to show a presentation, like a video I made for my grandma for her birthday. So very capable with all these ports to do all sorts of fun things. USB, USB-C, and then, hallelujah, you can plug in the AV headphones. Yes, of course, you can connect Bluetooth headphones to this. It's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi compatible, but if you want to plug in headphones, you can do that. That is not the case on a lot of other laptops out there. And then on the other side, we have the USB as well. So when you are traveling, you want a laptop with full ports. You want that large 6-inch smooth trackpad to navigate effortlessly. You've got the full keyboard here, and by the way, it lights up. If we want to bring the lights down in the studio, I can show you the keyboard light. There's a little button here that allows the keyboard to light up behind the keys. So if you're someone that doesn't do the big lights, the overhead lights,
yes,
and you want to work in like a calm, dark environment, you can still see your keys lit up on the keyboard. We've got all the numbers on the edge. This is the full keyboard. So my mother-in-law, who's an accountant, she said, when I was telling her about this computer, she said, does it have the numbers on the side? Because if you do anything, you know, math or business related, you need that keyboard with the numbers.
Just noticed, honestly, this is what I love about having like a classic big desktop, but we don't, you know, want all of that all the time, or you don't have the space for that. And that's usually the type of keyboard that would come with, not on a laptop. So I love that feature. You know what I really like about this? First of all, the size is just right, the 15 inches. It's checking off all of the boxes. I could be laying in bed watching and streaming, like you said, like my favorite shows off, whatever it is. Is it Netflix? Is it the HSN app? Whatever it might be. And not disturbing my husband who's sleeping there, but I can still watch it here. It's nice and slim and portable. It gives me everything. And you're getting a brand that is trusted for over 3 decades, known for innovation, known for their durability and quality military grade. And then you get the upgraded processor. So if you have a graduate in your life that's graduating in a couple weeks, you would normally, for everything that you're getting with a lot of these other brands out there, you could be spending upwards of $600, $700, not to mention that you're getting Microsoft Office. So we're talking about the Word, the PowerPoint, the Excel, which you could be spending $70 for at the Big B store on its own, then figure out how to download it yourself. This, you were telling me earlier, Steph, this is already going to be downloaded, so I don't have to try and figure out how to download it on the computer when I get it home?
When you get this laptop home and take it out of the box, you're going to power it on, and you will already see the entire Microsoft Office suite pre-installed. You don't have to pay anything to get an entire year of this software free. This means your Outlook email, PowerPoint, Excel, OneDrive, a whole terabyte of storage on OneDrive, all built in. So the start menu is on the left side of the bottom bar there. So that's where you start, and that's where you search, you know, all of those programs that you're going to use. You can also see My ASUS there. This is our 24/7 customer support. So if you're not techie, but you are doing the right thing and you have a slow laptop and you're like, okay, I will replace my laptop, this can help you get set up, because there's always help available on My ASUS customer support.
We are getting an update right now in my ear because the lines are very busy, Stephanie, and for good reason, but I don't want you to miss out on your color because we're getting really, really limited now. A total between my 2 colors, I have like about 366 and counting down. So in pink, how many, Jen? Okay, I only have 150. Again, that's for the whole country to be able to grab this. $200 savings. I only have 214 in the white. What a graduation gift, honestly, but also what an upgrade to what you've already had that you feel like maybe now maybe it's the desktop that you're thinking it's taking up too much space in the house, it's too overburdened. I'd love a laptop that I can do everything that I love to do on my desktop. It has all the storage, 128. Normally we're talking about like 64 and
you see that a lot,
gigabytes of RAM. So you're getting the upgraded processor, you're getting everything you need, you're getting all of the ability. What do we call these here?
The ports.
The ports.
Full ports, yes.
All the ports. So your USB, the brand new, what is that? The C adapter. Be able to plug in your headphones. Everything right here, so you don't have to travel when you're on the road or whatever it might be with all of these different cords. You have everything right here for you. This is your opportunity to get it. 3 decades, ASUS has been doing this globally. They are one of the best selling for gamers. So when you think of gamers, you know that you need an incredible processor. You need all of that storage to be able to do it. So if you stream, if you shop, if you like to do business on there, guess what? You've got your Microsoft Office. And I love that when you think about a graduate being able to have this so they can do all of their papers on Office or Excel as they're learning spreadsheets, whatever it might be right here, you are getting that year membership. in it, and it's gonna be already downloaded, so it's not complicated and you have to figure out how to download it. Instead of $450 today, you are getting $200 off, free shipping and handling. We actually, for the only item in this hour, 5 flex.
Nice.
5 months,
I was
interest-free. So you get it home for $50, free shipping and handling. You gotta run because these are not going to make it to the end of the day.
It is such a great value. And I'll give you a little bit of context because it can be hard to know what is a good value. With the processor that we've put in here, we've upgraded it from our previous processor. So it is new, updated, it's Intel Celeron. It's 23% more quick and efficient than the last processor that we put in here. And that matters a lot because it means you're paying your bills faster, you're browsing social media faster, you're streaming really smoothly when you watch your favorite shows and movies. But when you look around hsn.com, from what I can see, this is the best deal on a laptop that we have right now for all of the specs and the value. I mean, we have other brands of, HSN has other brands of laptops, but they might cost more for a more downgraded processor. So it's not as fast, it doesn't have as much storage, and it costs more. I mean, you're a savvy shopper, you look around, you'll see what an exclusive, wonderful deal we have between ASUS and HSN. ASUS works really hard. I mean, we've been working on bringing this value to you for almost a year now.
Wow. Because you're really listening to the customer, like what do they want to do? How can we create the ideal laptop, whether you're using it like from work from home or you're just using it to shop or you actually are using it to game, which is honestly one of the biggest, hardest thing to do in a laptop to make it fast enough and durable enough to be able to withstand. So you really are getting everything. And then we get these 2 beautiful colors to choose from. Look at all of these photos. I love how you can make it like flat so that you can
crowd around the computer together, put it on the kitchen island, and you know, look at all the photos together. Or maybe it's for a student who's collaborating on a project. That flat lay is such a cool feature. There's a lot of other cool, innovative things ASUS does. For example, when it comes to sound, if you are listening to something on here, we've put SonicMaster speakers and AI sound capabilities in here, so it's going to sound louder and more clear than on other computers. For the microphone, we've put AI capabilities that filter out background noise. This is one of the most practical features on this computer when I'm in a meeting, because the last thing I need is for everyone in the meeting on the video call to hear the lawnmower or to hear the dog barking. It's that good that it can actually filter out dogs barking.
Wow.
So lots of very smart features on here, very high definition, crisp screen. And since I was mentioning video calls, I'll show you the camera, high definition camera as well. So yes, you can do all of your meetings, or maybe it's just calls with friends and family. That is built in. We even have Microsoft Teams built in. It has Windows 11. This is the most updated operating system. It is the latest and greatest, and this computer even comes in S mode. S stands for security. So if you are worried about downloading viruses on accident when you're browsing the web, Windows in S mode keeps that from happening. It's not possible to download virus when S mode is turned on. So when you open this computer, when you get it home, that operating system is going to be in S mode. It's just very safe and secure.
They've gotten really good at that, I have to say, because you know, I grew up with, you and I both, like we grew up with the internet coming on board, and it'd be harder to pull one over on us, like where my grandmother might be like, oh, what's that? Because she's still learning, or she'll call me, even my mom, like, oh, should I click on that email? But honestly, there have been things that look so real to me that I almost click on it. Or if you do, I love that we have that security assurance, and I didn't even realize that was in there, Stephanie, so thank you so much for pointing that out. But at the end of the day, when we invest in a laptop, why are we getting that brand, that laptop? What is it that we need in a laptop that makes us feel like it's a good investment? A few things that we look for. So first, sometimes we just look at the name brand, right away. Or maybe you walk into that Big B store and you're like, there are so many brands, I don't know where to start. Please tell me which one that is. Well, the one, that employee that you spoke to at the Big B store said, I've had my ASUS for 10 years. Well, you didn't have to go buy a new one after 2 or 3 years because it broke down on you or you dropped it and it wasn't even worth it to get it fixed because the cost of it. Then there's a couple other things. Okay, how much storage? Am I gonna have to, like, after a couple months have to go buy more storage because it only has had, say, like 60 something, gigabytes of storage. No,
Right.
this one has 128. Okay, then what about the processor? What did you say? Dun, 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 dun.
Intel Celeron.
We have that. This one, in fact, is even more upgraded and faster. Then the quality of materials that ASUS specifically as a brand is used for 3 decades is that military grade. So you dropped yours and it was still fine.
It was completely fine. I was absolutely stunned, even though I know that ASUS is known as the most tough laptop out there on the market.
Like,
I was so thrilled, right? Because accidents happen. I mean, this is the portable laptop that you're gonna close up and throw in your bag this summer, whether you're taking it to the coffee shop or just upstairs to another room in your house. This is going with you. And when your laptop is portable, you need it to be very tough. I wish I could like jump on this laptop on stage.
You're
I'm
like,
not
should
allowed
we?
to, but I could show you. I mean, it is so, so tough. And then we also have a very powerful battery. This is the charging cable. It gets your computer, I think, something close to 80% charged in about 45 minutes, which is great.
That could be like waiting for a plane. Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
and
Like you're waiting there, waiting to board your plane. Normally a laptop would take forever to charge. You need a couple hours.
45 less than an hour.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And it holds the battery for 8 hours. That's all day use. This is a really important point when you're getting a new laptop. If you get one that has a battery that dies out really quickly, you are up a creek without a paddle, because this is what we want to have freedom with. We want the freedom to bring it anywhere for work or play. You've got that 8-hour battery life. You've got the full Microsoft Office suite. You've got tons of storage. We're talking hundreds of thousands of photos and videos. You've got very quick navigation from program to program. Like I said, I'm showing you many programs all at once because we've put 4 gigabytes of RAM in here. Random access memory is the multitasking. I'm doing many, many things at once, and you can see how lightning fast it is.
And that's why you think like the gamers, because it takes up so much, it can still go fast. So you could have your PowerPoint up, and then you could also be shopping online. You could also have, your favorite streaming show that you have going on, and it's still gonna work as fast. I wanna give you an update in our final 2 minutes, because this is not only brand new, first presentation ever. We are about to start running out and really get in that last call territory. So exclusive to HSN, even the colors, this beautiful pink right here in front of me, look at how pretty that is.
Designer.
This one, so designer, so sleek. It almost has like a rose gold feel to me, but like softer.